right, Johnny, you're on with Kathy.
Hey, Johnny.
Kathy Griffin, how the hell are you?
How the hell are you, Jonny Hartwell?
You know what? In 30 years of broadcasting, I've never had a celebrity interview call at 5 a.m. You are my first one.
Honey, I'm like you. I work all day, all night. I am looking at your online presence, and you are Jonny Hartwell.
I am.
You do it all. You do weddings. You are Johnny Palooza when you need to be.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
You have a body of work that is very impressive.
Well, thank you.
First of all, so you've been getting up early for many years.
Yeah, quite a few years, but it's not. Are we talking about me? Shouldn't we be talking about you?
I'm about you because I'm looking online. It says you have pets: a black lab, a chocolate lab, and 2 cats. And I just want to know if they get along.
My 2 dogs just passed away this past month. 2 in 1 month.
Do the cats miss them?
They do. That is the strangest thing.
Cats do have feelings.
They like I have they used to play with the balls the balls, the tennis balls, not those kind of balls.
No,
Kathy Griffin. and my cats will like rub up against the tennis balls. It's the sweetest thing ever.
Can I just say something? Cats are natural comedians. I'm actually allergic, but I love cats because they're hilarious. Do they make you laugh?
My cats, no, they're both divas. They're both divas.
You have like what? Are they Mariah Carey and
Nicki Minaj? That's
Nicki Minaj.
Exactly.
And that's a tough rivalry. Let me tell you, my friend. I know them both. That's a diplomatic situation that you're going to have to arrange.
Well, speaking of that, all right.
And by the way, I want you to know I'm quite proud that when I come to see you guys at the Benedum Center on March 26th at 7:30, I have to say 7:30 because people like to roll in at 8. But I just want you to know one of the things the audience can look forward to is that Anderson Cooper and I were about 50 feet away from Mariah Carey on New Year's Eve when
it blew up.
The incident happened. I call it the incident.
And what was your perspective? What did you think of the incident?
First of all, I blame the ex-fiance because all I know is it's Mariah's world. I live in it. I'm happy to live in it. If I can't live in it, I want to at least watch it. And she was supposed to marry the Australian billionaire, and then, the young dancer came out of nowhere, Tanaka, which I don't know if that's his government name, but then she ended up being with that guy. And so I'm going to just say she was emotionally fraught, and that caused her to appear as if she was not doing any singing.
Was it as bad as it looked on, the video and on TV? Was it
I
as
have to say, it was a little bit of a melee. I mean, and when Anderson and I are up on those risers, it is obviously pretty crazy. There's 500,000 people below us, and people have been waiting in line, and you've got like the Seacrest show going on and the Carson Daly show going on, and then you've got Anderson and I trying to do our little dog and pony show to make you laugh for 4.5 hours live. So you have to know, I live for a moment like this. I mean, I love me some Anderson, of course.
Okay, when it first happened,
did you? Anderson Cooper to turn around and just see Mariah Carey in that moment, it was. I've known I was a gay boy since I was 5, and it was gay boy heaven for me.
Now,
I can't help it.
Did you know immediately it was going to be a train wreck?
Because first of all, when so many crazy things happen there in Times Square, and I don't know if Anderson Cooper is going to show up, drunk and yelling profanities, which he's known for.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's of course.
And so I've got to monitor him at all times. And when I say monitor him, I mean, of course, lovingly torture him and try to get him fired. But in addition to that, we have seen so many crazy things over the years. I mean, one year, Lady Gaga was singing Born This Way with all her backup dancers. One year, Ban Ki-moon was there, doing the ball drop. So we're sort of thinking, we're sort of always waiting for a moment, but I don't think either one of us could have anticipated the majesty of this moment. And you did hear, I mean, there actually was kind of if I can use one of my 96-year-old alcoholic mother's words, a kerfuffle. I'm dating myself because, like I said,
kerfuffle.
My mom was born in 1920, and I hang out with her, and she drinks boxed wine. So sometimes I accidentally say words like kerfuffle, which I don't think are in the dictionary. But the point is, yes, we knew that there was some sort of Mariah madness going on, and all heads turned. It was fantastic.
We're talking to Kathy Griffin, who's bringing her celebrity run-in tour to Pittsburgh March 26th, 7:30 p.m., presented by the Delta Foundation and the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust. All right, you're my first 5 a.m. celebrity interview. Do you remember your first celebrity run-in, your very first?
Yes. When I first moved to California, I'm from Oak Park, Illinois, and I was so starstruck because when I lived in Illinois, it was before the John Hughes movies, and they weren't even filming there. Mayor Daley was the mayor. And so when I believe that you could maybe see a celebrity. So I would do the corniest things. I would be behind the red stanchion, and I would read in, like, the old-timey newspaper, like, oh, they're honoring, maybe it's like Henry Fonda at, like, the AFI Awards, the American Film Awards. And I would go with my mom and dad, and we would stand there in our, attire from Sears and Roebuck and just, like, look at celebrities. So I've always been starstruck. Like, when I very first moved to L.A., and I was just, temping and a waitress and stuff. Server, I meant to say server. I would just kind of go look at celebrities if I could. And then once I started actually working more and working side by side with celebrities, that's when my act became a little more celebrity focused. And then truly through the years, everything from being on the sitcom Suddenly Susan, where I met Donald Trump for the first time, take that in for a moment, that's how long I've known him, and all that goes with his orangeness and his nest on the top of his head. I mean, really, obviously there's a lot of comedy there.
Now, well, is he I've heard behind the scenes he's actually quite a nice guy. Is that true, or is that... I would say that if you were to meet him, like the times that I've met him, I mean, he's friendly in that he can talk to you and that sort of thing. But he also is sort of fascinating because he doesn't listen to anything. So sometimes over the years when I've had conversations with him, and like there's actually a story in my book, Kathy Griffin Celebrity Run-Ins, supporting the Kathy Griffin Celebrity Run-Ins tour, although the material at the Benedum is going to be all new. I'm not going to stand there and read the book. There's too much going on. I have all new material, all new show. And so I've had run-ins with him where sometimes I'll say something to him just to see if he's listening, and usually he's not. And the fun part of that is you can actually, tease somebody who doesn't pay attention. Like, if they're the type of person who's sort of always looking over your head for someone more famous, then you can kind of have fun with them. So there's a story in the book that I have that I'm quite proud of a day that I spent when the Donald, and by the way, he wants you to call him the Donald, which is the weird, and he wanted me to host some charity event. I'm sure the money didn't even go to the charity probably, but he got me to fly across the country and go to one of his dumb golf courses. But the best part was Liza Minnelli was singing New York, New York, and I was hosting. And for some reason, Trump wanted to drive Liza Minnelli and I around in a golf cart. And he was waving to, all these pro golfers were there, and Liza didn't know who they were, and I didn't know who they were. And I was just, look, there's pictures of this online. I wish I could say I was making this up. But, yeah, I've definitely had some crazy run-ins with a lot of people, and one of them now happens to be the, president, is how he spells it on his tweets when he can't spell president. That's funny.
I'll take any misspelling. They're all comedy gold.
All right, we got to go here in a second, but I really want to ask this question. Have you ever have been really anticipated, meeting somebody, a celebrity, and it turned out to be a total bummer?
Well, I'll tell you one that scared me. Mm-hmm. And when I say scared, you're going to know why. One time I was hosting the Billboard Music Awards, and the late, great Whitney Houston, heard me making jokes about the celebrities during the show. It's a live show. You go out, you make a little joke, and you bring on the next act. And she came back to me backstage with her bodyguard, and she waved that finger in my face, and she was just going, "Don't you talk about me! Don't you talk about me!" And I was standing there in a ball gown hosting this major network show thinking, this woman is going to kill me and the bodyguard's going to watch. And so I went out there, and, of course, I just told the whole audience what had just happened.
And?
I lived.
Oh, okay. You lived to tell the tale.
I actually ran into her a few times after that, and, she seemed to kind of forget about it. But, yeah, these celebrities tend to not have a great sense of humor. That's where I come in. Because I feel that I should make fun of people, places, and things. Nobody's safe.
Oh, you're fabulous. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget, it's Sunday, March 26th, Kathy Griffin, her Celebrity Run-In Tour, supporting her book called Celebrity Run-Ins by A to Z Index. It's available at Amazon.com, of course, tickets for her show. You've been an absolute delight. Thank you so much for being my first 5 a.m. guest. Thank you so much.
I would do it again. You're a doll. Thank you so much. I hope you come to the show, and I hope you laugh your butt off.
All right. Well, I have quite a butt to laugh off, so good luck with that, Kathy.
Thank you, Johnny.
All right, baby doll. Thank you.
Bye.